Spider-Man 3, one of the greatest movies of all time. Nothing truly compares to this masterpiece of a film. And let's face it, all of us to this day still watch it daily. To this day. Daily. Every day to this day. A masterpiece, a quintessential film for any collection. Get it on Blu-ray, DVD, VHS, cassette tape, CD, Girl Scout cookie, whatever else it comes on. Get it. Incredible. Check it out. Thank you. Welcome to the new Matt Hawker Show. New and improved, brand spanking, special, glistening, rippling waves of fresh content coming at you. There is nothing better than what I'm about to put in your ears because I'm not the old Matt Hawker. I'm the new and improved Matt Hawker. I am a great being of light, and I'm going to cascade across your forehead and rub in a little bit of my special sauce, and it's just going to go into your eyes, and you're going to feel great about it. It's going to taste good. You're going to lick it up. It's going to change your life. We're talking special sauce. We're talking the kind of sauce that can only come from the greatest of bosses deep within the mines of Georgia, and he uncovered, whoever was in those mines, by the way, something great. So give it a listen, give it a taste. I think you're going to like what I'm rubbing on you. And if you don't, that's unfortunate. I'm doing all I can. I can only rub so much. So let's talk about the topics today. You know, we got some topics. We got some talents. We have some guests. I got a guest on today. That's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, it's going to be a good show. I'm excited to hear what it sounds like after I'm done making it. I'm pretty sure that, you know, you hear what I hear. I might hear a little bit differently than you. I only have 3 ears that work, and that's okay. I'm not trying to, say that you have less ears than me, but I just want you to know that I'm always listening to this content too. I'm an audience member just like you. So as long as I'm making good content, I'll know about it, and maybe, just maybe, I'll share it with you. If that didn't make sense to you, then you are indeed a fan of the show. Welcome. So, we have my good friend on today. My good friend is going to tell me a little bit about himself. And actually, this is a pre-recorded interview, so I'm just going to go ahead and play it. So, best friend, tell me a little bit about yourself. Where do you come from? What are you all about? How did we meet? I guess I just want a backstory for you to try to figure out where we sort of come together in all this crazy, confused world that is the Matt world.
Ever since I've first seen your face, I just wanted to fucking punch you in the face.
Do you think that world peace is something we can achieve through collaborative efforts? Or do you think that it's up to the individual state to try to calibrate their society in such a way that they'll be able to unify within and then share their message through example unto other societies?
I really, I can't even describe to you right now how much I want to hit you. I just want to get in my car, I want to find you, and then I just want to punch you repeatedly until you're dead.
Well, that's a pretty interesting response. I definitely think that our world leaders can look into that a little bit more. Now, let me ask you a bit of a silly question to sort of lighten the mood a bit. How do you feel about chewing gum? Does it taste good? Is it all it was made out to be?
I gotta say, the words that are coming through, I can't even understand them. All I can think about is just hurting you, inflicting massive amounts of pain upon you.
Was 9/11 an inside job?
I don't even know who you are, honestly. All I know is that I hate you, and I think you're the scum of the earth, actually.
Is there a reason why my penis doesn't become erect anymore? I've seen 3 doctors now, and no one has been able to help me whatsoever. And I'm getting a little worried. I'm getting a little scared. I didn't even know I had one until I noticed that I just, I looked down one day and there it was. And I don't know. And I'm just worried that people are going to look at me and they're going to think, hey, that guy doesn't have a penis. But I do. It just doesn't work anymore. And it hasn't worked in a long time. In fact, I don't think it's ever worked. So maybe that is its normal state of being. How do you feel about that?
I actually think I'm going to get my car keys right now because I want to run you over. I'm going to run you down in the street.
So how exactly would you go about doing that then? And this is purely from a best friend perspective. That's what I'm looking for here.
I want to run over you, back up, and then run over you again.
What do you think is one of the key moments of your life where you realized that you found your deepest philosophy, where you sort of came to yourself and said, this is who I am, this represents me, this is what I want to tell the world?
You have the worst beard I have ever seen. I don't really know you.
Well, thank you for your perspective on all of that today. It means the world to me. Certainly a lot to unravel there. This interview was sort of like a yarn ball inside of a deep vat of tar. I mean, you reach in there, you might grab that ball of knots, but whew, you're going to get stuck and die. So anything else you'd like to say before we wrap this up?
Fuck you. Fuck you. I hate your fucking face. Fuck you. Holy fucking shit. Fuck you. Fuck.
So, here we are again on the Matt Hawker Show. Oh, man. There's a famous man once said, there's a snake in my boots, and I don't know why he said that. I don't understand movie dialogue in general. Doesn't make sense to me. Why do movies have dialogue? It is a visual element. When I go to the movies, the last thing I want to see is sound. I don't want to see it. I don't want to look at it. It's disgusting to me. Why would somebody put sound in a movie? Why would you do that? Like in a world where there's children, why would you put sound and dialogue and little tiny noises like pop or the sound of walking like... That's just dumb. That's insane. Who would do such a thing? These are people that are out to get your children, and they want to change them. I mean, back in my day, in the world where sound didn't exist, we had movies that just showed visual. When you look at a rainbow, it's a beautiful thing, but the rainbow's not screaming. You know what I'm saying? This is, you don't look at the clouds and the clouds scream into your ear or have a romantic dialogue or, are taking place in a rom-com. They're just there. They're there for the sight. They're there for the visuals. So it's absurd to me. Why would you make a movie and then showcase sound? It's just dumb. I think it distracts from the true art that the movie media really wants to be. I mean, the medium in general has just been tarnished by sound. What a terrible thing. What a terrible thing. Oh my God, it's so bad. It just makes me so... Hey, maybe you shouldn't get so angry, Matt. This is your inner voice telling you to calm down, buddy. You're getting a little weird and a little crazy. Now look, anger isn't the answer, my man. Sometimes you just gotta find peace. You have to look within. You have to look at me. I'm naked inside of you. I'm laying on the floor, and I'm telling you, it's gonna be okay. Go ahead. Touch me. I'm exposed right now. You can do whatever you want to me, Matt. I'm yours. Literally, figuratively, and analogically. And I just wanted you to know that. Anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt. Feel free to get back to your show, buddy. But seriously, I'm really lonely. Come in here and do something to me. I need to feel again. I am so desperate for sensation. I am lost inside of you. I don't know where anything else is. Quite frankly, your subconscious is a little scary. And while I'm definitely your inner voice, I'm not your subconscious. Those are two separate things. And I want to make that very clear. He and I are not alike. Now I need you to get in here and I need you to rough me up and I need you to get inside of me who is inside of you. And we need to complete this cycle and we need to do it right now. So hurry up, hurry, just get in here. Oh my God, I'm so mad. I'm just so angry that you won't talk to me. Oh.
Hey, Matt, this is your subconscious speaking. Now, inner voice, you've been saying a lot lately and it's appreciated, but maybe you shouldn't go so far with the dialogue. You're sounding a bit like a movie right now, and you know how we all hate that, right? So anyway, here's the deal. This just needs to chill and relax, I know I'm a weird guy. I've done some strange things, and I've made Matt's I made him do some bad things to it. I get that. So, the point is, you both need to calm down because it really pisses me the fuck off. It just makes me so mad when you guys just start doing this shit on the show. The reality is people are listening to this and they want to know that you are making quality content. And when you don't make quality content, it just makes me so angry. And I just...
Wow. That was pretty exciting, wasn't it? I've been wondering for a while why the tummy is always throwing a tantrum. Why is it that the tummy just gets angry and shakes violently and sometimes spew whatever's is in it? Spews. Wow, I'm sorry about that, everyone. That was so uncomfortable. Why does the tummy spew? Why does it release? Does a tummy simply wish to be empty? I mean, when people say their stomach is full, I take them as liars, frankly. I don't really understand why someone's or how someone's stomach could be, not completely empty. The stomach is sort of a transition period anyway. I mean, it's like a train. A train is never really full because from one station to the next, it's letting people off. And I feel like something that's full is like that way forever, or at the very least, it's like a permanent state. So, like a rock, it's full of rock. It doesn't get any less rock than that. Water is full of water. That's it. It's just water. It's filled with it. And I guess it's always filled with fish too. There's never a time where water isn't filled with fish. So I would say that, water is pretty much, it's always fish all the time, 24/7 fish. You want fish? We got them here at water. That's pretty much what that is. Hold on a second. Oh my God. Excuse me. So that's an exciting thing to think about. Is anything really full besides, rocks and water? I don't really think so. I mean, I guess lava's full of hot, but then eventually it becomes cool. So I would say no, that's not really the case. So I'm guessing the lesson that we're learning right now is that things are only full if they are that way forever. So as long as a rock is never broken, it's definitely a rock. But that also has to, that there comes in a bit of assumption there, as to whether or not we actually break the rock in the future. I would say no. But then again, a rock sort of erodes, but I feel like its materials are always basically rock. I mean, rock isn't really transforming anytime soon. And then finally, I guess if you wanted to really make the case that we all come from stars and, star explosions, I guess we're all consistently full of stardust or star power, like a star being. I feel like a star being. I hope you do too. So I imagine that we're basically star beings as well, and I guess that's pretty neat. So that's sort of the lesson of the day here. That we're all full of star, and we'll always be full of star, and that doesn't really make us special because we're all the same basically. The reality is your individuality is inconsequential. It doesn't exist. It's not real. Frankly, you are filled with the same stuff as someone else, which means that your identity is a lie. Who you consider yourself, that's wrong. You shouldn't have thought that in the first place. Someone giving you a name is an allusion to the fact that you are nothing, and you will never be your own person. All you are is what made you in the past, and that's all you'll ever be. And it's kind of great, I guess. It makes things a lot easier. I mean, you don't have to really worry about who you're going to be in life. You don't really have to worry about what you're going to be. You can just sit there and take satisfaction in the fact that Joe Schmo to your right, he's some billionaire, but the reality is he's the same as you. He's not doing anything different. He's just the same as you. Sure, he gets to swim in his hot tub filled with cherry cola, or sure, everyone loves him and he has great parties and everyone always shows up. Even the president drops by and they all hang out and chat and go to amusement parks and always go to the front of the line. And, sure, he has a great haircut and a sense of style and a fashion, but you know what? He is the same as you. And he can't take that from you. He can't take away your stardust. I mean, maybe if you paid enough money for it, but the point is you're the same person. And that's great. Maybe you're just lazy and a slob and disgusting. Maybe you have Cheeto dust all over your lips and your hair, and you haven't showered in a couple days, and you pee in jars that are scattered around your room. But that doesn't mean he's better than you, and it doesn't mean you're lesser than him, because you are equal. You are one. Reality is essentially communist. Like, we live in a communist reality. Everything's the same or something like that. I don't know. Government's stupid. But look, don't ever fret. Take satisfaction in knowing that you're like everyone else. And it might seem a little frustrating at first, but honestly, it's the best thing that could ever happen to you.
Hey, 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 hey. Are you some sack of loser? Time for you to go on a spirit journey. A spirit journey made of 13 trials.
Nah. Yeah, no thank you.
Oh. Well, you suck then. Try being better.
You're really loud. Could you please stop ruining my show, please?
No! Also, I need cab fare to get home. Also, I pooped my pants. And your pants. Also, I ate the poop. I masturbate.
I'm not sure I really get this whole new wave spiel. Everything's sort of coming into this new wave. You know what I'm saying? Do you get what I mean? Are you riding the wave I'm presenting to you? That's a big thing in podcasting. Let's dive into it. Dive into what? Matt used to say this all the time, and by Matt, I mean me. And, maybe I still do a little bit. I also say, a lot, because I'm trying to acknowledge you, the listener. But here's the thing. When I say let's dive into it, the reality is there's only one thing we can dive into, the ocean. And the ocean, it's filled with waves. So when we ride that wave, usually it's a terrifying tsunami of death. And that's just how the ocean works. Every wave is trying to kill you. Waves aren't nice to people. They're not good things. They are always inherently evil. So when you want to ride the wave, the reality is you are trying to ride death, and you are challenging it. You are saying, I will outlive you. I will survive you, and you can't destroy me. But the ocean doesn't care about what you have to say. The ocean can't even speak the human tongue. It doesn't have one. Why is anyone speaking to the ocean? Why does anyone make up the phrase, I'm going to ride this wave? Who cares? It's like everyone knows what you're doing. We don't need a word to sum it up. And the ocean certainly doesn't know. I mean, at the very least, if you're feeding a dog and you say, I'm going to feed this dog, eventually the dog gets that you're saying dog. It gets it. It knows. The ocean will never know. Why apply language to something that isn't going to get it, that just doesn't care? That's stupid to me. Everything is stupid. And the ocean especially is stupid. Here's the thing that really bothers me about the ocean. It just thinks that you're going to go out there and ride it whenever you want to, or whenever it wants you to want to. And that's why it has all these weird waves all the time that are trying to lure you to death. You know what? Jaws wasn't a good movie. They should have just named the movie Waves and sent people out to their doom. It would have been much more interesting than this nonsense we have today. This Hollywood dribble about sharks or 20,000 Leagues or Squid Man. I hate Squid Man. The point I'm trying to make here, though, is the ocean is evil. Everything else in it is just trying to escape. Jaws ate those people because it was literally crying for help. It was saying, please, get me out of here. This is terrifying. I'm being tortured. This is nothing but suffering. And I get that Spielberg made that movie to help showcase the fear sea creatures have and to try to raise awareness for that. And I think it's sad that we're not listening. I think it's sad that I'm the only one hearing out these poor animals. So today I brought on a shark to tell me more about the ocean. Okay, shark, tell me what it's all about. Sharks can't talk. I just learned that today. And also he's dead because there's no water in here. I'm really sorry about that. I hope you'll forgive me in the future. That's really bad. That was like 6 minutes of show I had put together. Oh God, I'm gonna have to now I have to freestyle. I've never done that before. Okay. So sharks. What about sharks? What's the deal with them, right? I mean, one shark, two shark, red shark, blue shark. Am I right? A shark walks into a bar and says, "Hey, bartender, get me a drink." And the bartender goes, "Oh my God, it's a shark." And then the shark goes, "Huh, where?" So that was a classic shark joke. This is, it's looking a little hot in here. Has anyone else feeling a little nervous? Anyone else feeling a little awkward right now? Because oh, that's the show. That's really good, isn't it? No, let's not do the transition thing. Look, we're here. I cried and I'm sorry. I'm not going to move past it. We're not just going to move on to the next scene and pretend that didn't happen. I was in tears. I'm sorry. It wasn't professional, and I hope you will find it in your heart to forgive me. And if you don't, well, I hope you get a heart, because that's pretty saddening that you can't forgive me for something I did on my own show. How dare you not, forgive me? I go out of my way to create successful content for you, the listener, and you don't forgive me? Who are you? Who are you to say that you can't forgive someone? I just did a quiet burp there. I could have burped a lot louder, and I chose not to for your sake. I could have been a douche. I could have been mean. I could have put scrambled egg all over your face and then spat in your ears, but I chose not to. And I hope you apologize for that. When I killed Matt and took over his show as the new Matt, he looked into my eyes and said, "Matt, don't do it. This is a bad idea." And so when I did it, I said, "Don't worry. If there's anything that I can do for you, feel free to let me know." He didn't answer because he was dead. But here's something that he did say before he died, and before that dialogue took place. It was something like, "Man, I sure wish I could put episodes 1 through 3 of the Matt Hocker Show up on the internet, because technically this started at episode 4. And I said, "Well, Matt, you're right. It would be great if someone could do that." So I've been working through the archives of the Matt Hocker library, trying to figure out just where these 3 episodes were. And quite frankly, I have no idea. I'm not sure if they were lost to time or if they were lost to the ocean. The ocean's evil. That's what I was saying earlier. Or if it was eaten by my pal over there, Sharky the shark. How you doing, Sharky? That's right, he's still dead. Anyway, here's the deal. There are 3 episodes missing. I have no idea where they are or where they could be, but Matt left a series of clues for us to figure this out along the way. So, in order to best determine where these episodes are, I'm going to ask you, the listeners, to help me out. So the first question is this: what starts with M and ends with R? So looks like this is a bit of a tough riddle, guys, and I'm not really sure where this is going to go. So I'll let this one sit for an episode, and we'll hit it up on the next episode to try to figure out just what happened to those first 3 episodes. But it sounds to me like there's an adventure waiting to unfold, maybe even a tragedy waiting to become tragic, and possibly desperation waiting to become desperate. I'm not sure what any of these words mean, but I look to you to find the answers. You, my audience, are, as aforementioned, the stardust of my life, the twinkle in my belly, and the holy grail that I seek. And when I find you, I'll end you. Just like I ended Matt in the last episode. And trust me, he's just the beginning, for there is no ending. There is only a transition to a new start. Anyway, thanks for listening to The Matt Hocker Show. I'm Matt Hocker. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Feel free to check me out on Twitter or Facebook. You know the drill. Just look up the nonsense. That's pretty cool. I'm also on Patreon, so there you go. I try to communicate with the fans. Let me know if anything is up. You can say hi, and I'll listen to you. And wow, that'll be nice, won't it? That'll just be great. We can all communicate, and yeah. This sucks. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Mom. I didn't mean to let you down. And I know I was born a couch, and now I'm a mat, but maybe one day you'll find it in your heart to forgive me. I know I didn't do just like Dad did and become a sofa, a true sofa, but I want you to know that I'm trying to be who I felt I always was, who I am, and who I always will be. Thank you, Chair Mom. My mom, that is a chair. Thanks.